Hello. Here we are again for what here in the U.S. we call the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Times to me that celebrate some of our most important human impulses: gratitude, generosity, and growth. And we do this in the Northern Hemisphere, not just to honor myth and tradition, but because actual astronomical events are affecting us here on Earth. I'm not talking about the zodiac or horoscopes. I'm talking about how the days are getting noticeably shorter. In ancient times, and for many of us even today, this is the time of harvest and abundance. But soon we'll be deep in winter with short days and dark, cold nights, followed by the renewal as the days lengthen. For ages and ages, people have marked these transitions with rituals, celebrations, and gatherings to express their gratitude for the abundant harvest and to the animals that were sacrificed at this time of year. Because when the crops come in, there's only a limited amount of grain and nuts and other things to carry us through the hungry months of the winter. And we just can't spare a lot of that to take care of the livestock. So much of the livestock is slaughtered and eaten early in the fall because in the old days, there was just no good way to store it. So we celebrated, we gorged, knowing that the hungry time was coming. And we gathered together to do this because we knew it took a lot of people to create this abundance. And we wanted to thank those people, to express our gratitude to the people who helped us do it, to the people we did it for, to the animals that sacrificed their lives to nourish us, and to nature that brings about the spring, the summer, the fall, and the harvest. We exchange verbal thank yous. We can build this into our lives, not just with one day with our families, but with the people we encounter every day. I and some of my clients have done a really enriching, rewarding exercise, which is to remind ourselves to thank someone several times a day. It could be the people who are most important in your life, who make the biggest contributions. And it could just be the person on the other side of the counter who takes your payment. Saying a sincere thank you to that barista who got up even earlier than you did so you could have that cup of coffee ready when you wanted it. Just saying thank you in a genuine way for what little or much they've done to enrich your life. That's how to take the very supportive human emotion and habit of gratitude into our daily lives throughout the year. Another very powerful, perhaps the most studied and verified technique to improve our mood and our relationships is to keep a gratitude journal. Just to write down each day one or two or three things that we're grateful for. So much of what comes to us is unearned. It's chance. We were born in the right place. We had the right friends, relatives, government, weather. So many things we don't control that contribute to us. And we have better lives and enrich the lives around us by expressing our gratitude in this season of shortening days after the harvest. And we follow this with a season of generosity. In the West, so many Christians have established this tradition around that day in the year with the least sunlight and the most darkness. When we know this is the end of the fall season, when we're going into the most hungry, difficult months of the year. And what do? When we're facing months without enough food, maybe, enough warmth, enough health, we establish a tradition of sharing. We're generous with what little we have. We give it to other people so that they'll make it through with us. Because we know it's not worth surviving the winter all alone. Those people matter to us. Practical reasons to get those crops back in, but for more important, deep emotional reasons. So we show our generosity to the people around us in midwinter as the days get very short. But it's also a celebration because we know the days are getting longer. And a week or so later, everyone has noticed that there's more sunshine. Sure, the coldest months are ahead of us, but we've gotten a sign from the heavens that it's going to get better, that we have a new year, another chance. We're going to make it through. And what do we do at that time, with that opportunity? Well, that's the time to follow our gratitude and generosity with new growth, setting goals, making plans. In the farming economy, we took that seed corn, which we so wanted to eat, but we set it aside because we knew from that would grow the abundance of next year's harvest. And it's almost time to do that. That's one of the goals we set in the new year. And there are great ways to set goals. I have some tools. You're welcome to them. Maybe you could call me. I can help you with them. But the important thing is to realize that we have an opportunity for growth before us at any time, not just when we're reminded by the seasons or the calendar. We can always sit down and say, what am I here for? What do I want from it? What do I want to give with it? So I hope you'll join me in this holiday season to practice gratitude, to demonstrate and accept generosity, and to take the opportunity for renewal and growth that the lengthening days and the new year affords to all of us. Thank you for doing this with me, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday and a magnificent new year.